Well, Call of the Wild brought in $24.8 million at the domestic box office this weekend.
Matt Perrin saw the film. He shares his thoughts in your Monday Movie Musings.
Welcome to another Monday. Sonic the Hedgehog continued to collect both those gold rings and money from audience members as it held on to the #1 spot at the box office. As far as the new releases go, I decided to take in the runner-up at the box office and skip the horror sequel with only 8% on Rotten Tomatoes. But Matt, you say, last week you did the poorly received horror movie? Well, in this case, I never saw The Boy, so seeing The Boy 2 wasn't going to happen. Apparently, the new trend is to make movies of books we had to read in school. We recently had Little Women. David Copperfield is coming soon. And for this week, let me give my take on the Jack London Canine Yukon adventure book, now on the big screen, The Call of the Wild. Our film begins with Buck, a large spoiled dog living with a California judge who lives a lavish life with no consequences. One night he is abducted because people are paying money for dogs to send up to Alaska to help search for fortune. Buck is shipped north, where he's still a handful to start with and keeps having random encounters with a man, John Thornton, played by Harrison Ford, who also acts as narrator of the film. But before they are to have their adventure, he has another job coming first. Buck is bought and becomes part of a sled dog team that delivers the mail. At first he struggles, but soon becomes more than capable, earning the respect of the other dogs, his masters, and becoming the lead dog. They have several adventures, but eventually the story must move on. As the movie progresses, through varying circumstances, Buck and John Thornton end up together. We learn that John has a troubled past, but through Buck he learns to appreciate life again, and the two set off on an adventure that will take them off the map. Together they face the wilderness and eventually end up at an untouched paradise. But of course the story can't end there. Even though they have a great friendship, Buck can't resist the pull of his ancestors and starts spending more time in the wild. Through several circumstances, we see all of our characters fulfill their destinies, and we as the audience try to remember, wait, did this part happen in the book? So, what to say about this one? First off, these new Star Wars movies are just getting lazy. I can't believe they CGI'd Chewbacca into this one and he doesn't even look like a Wookiee. But in all seriousness, the CGI is a little off-putting for a while. Buck is obviously done with computers, and it shows. But with time, your brain starts to accept it, and you can watch the movie without being too distracted. There are some major differences from the book, and I think a lot of them stem from keeping the PG rating. A lot of the violence is toned down, and a new villain is created. On the good side of the changes, they give both Buck and John Thornton more backstory, which allows their struggles and eventual found companionship to ring truer. Overall, I think the movie was made for the younger crowd, and to them, I don't think it'll disappoint. What's weird, if you haven't read the book but have seen the trailers, is that Harrison Ford doesn't really come into the movie until the back half. So it's very hard to match the trailers to my summary writing, considering the trailer focuses on the two of them and very little on the hour of the movie before that. But in all fairness, this is Buck's story. The humans are just background characters. I found the movie to be entertaining enough, but it's not one I'd be telling people to run out and see. Now, if the movie skipped the CGI and we got to just watch Harrison Ford doing all the same things with Terry Notary in a motion capture suit pretending to be a dog, that would be a must-see. This has been your Monday Movie Musing. Back to you.
All right. Coming up next, Tyler has the last look at the forecast.
ABC Columbia's News at Noon continues in just a few moments.